Okay, we are back to our test bench. The screen you're watching is showing an orange cable that comes from the gasoline generator, which is outside and with the door closed because it's pretty noisy. And it comes and connects to a black wire which moves the current up onto the bench, where you can see that the voltmeter initially shows 126 volts and 1.3 amps. If we look at the drawing, the generator is outside, it's 35 meters away, and when it comes into our room, we have the amp and we have the voltmeter before we reach the MCU, which is this one here. After the MCU, we have a voltmeter which measures the voltage output of the MCU, which is this one. Right now, the MCU is off, so the voltage that we measure in the output is the same as the voltage measured in the input of the MCU. If we go back to the drawing, after this voltmeter, we have two additional voltmeters, each of which measures the voltage supplied to each of the motors, and then a total of 4 voltmeters, 2 for each motor, each attached to one of the coils of the motors. In the bench, this one, as we mentioned before, is this one. Then we have the voltmeters which go to each of the motors, and then the 4 voltmeters which go to each of the 4 coils of the 2 motors. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to start the MCU, but I'm going to explain what is going to happen because it's going to get rather noisy, because these motors are going to be supplying much more power. So let me tell you beforehand what is going to happen. The voltage input is going to remain at about the same value of 120 volts. The current is going to go up to approximately 9.8 amps, and the big difference is going to be noted here, because this voltmeter is going to jump from 126 to approximately 560 volts. And of course, since these 2 voltmeters have to add up to this value, they are going to go up to approximately 280 volts each. And of course, these are also going to increase their values. So now we're going to see this. I'm not going to be talking because the noises of the motor is so strong that it damps my voice. So going back to the MCU, Now we're going to start it, and the camera will be showing the values that I have mentioned before.